Hello, my friends. How are you? Good, good, good. I hope everything is good. I hope that we have a good recording today. Yesterday, some people said there was some flickering in and out, so hopefully everything goes well. Woo, I have had an amazing day filled with all kinds of really good reports, good stuff coming in. So I'm kind of like giddy. I was just going over my notes and I realized I've got like 16 pages of notes. So we probably are not going to get through this whole class, otherwise we're going to be here all day. So I'm going to go quick, but I do want to let you know that the different products that I hit on and I don't go real deep on, it's okay because we're doing deep dives every single Monday at 1 o'clock, and I will go deep on each of those products. So if you feel like you don't get enough and you need some more meat for it, it's okay. We're going to be hitting on it. So go ahead and get yourself oiled up. I am using some Thieves Roll-On. I'm going to be going out later, so I'm making sure I got my Thieves going on. I'm actually leaving as soon as this video is over to go meet with some friends. I just put on my lemon. I put on Aroma Seas. Woo! I'm going to put on some Gathering. Help myself get a little centered because my brain's a little frantic. I actually got some really good news right as I was supposed to be going live. I am out of Gathering. I need to fix that. But I'm super excited. Like, God is doing some amazing things. I have poured everything out to him and said, you know what? I don't have to be in charge of any anymore, and he's so much better at handling stuff than I ever was. So I'm loving it. Tell me what you are throwing on, what oils you're using, maybe why you're using them if you got a reason behind it. Tell me where you are from. I am loving all the different countries, seeing where everybody's from. It's really cool. I can't get out and travel right now, but it's fun seeing that we're still chatting with our people from, you know, all over the world. I love it. So tell us where you are from. Even if you're usually just like a stalker and you don't actually comment, it's really good for your brain to interact and have conversations. And even if I don't see your comments during the class, I'll get back to them. So today we are talking all about your microbiome. We are talking about your gut, and I want to tell you up front. So typically when I do a gut class, I will also talk a little bit about your liver, your pancreas, your gallbladder, all of these other parts that are a part. But like I said, I've got so much information. I'm not going to hit that. So what we will do is we will throw a liver class onto the upcoming topics so we can talk about liver. I will throw a class on about gallbladder, pancreas, y'all, all the parts and pieces because they all need their own TLC. So I will talk about those, but today it's going to be literally mouth to anus, everything that is in between that works with those, the why, the how, and we're going to cover that microbiome. So I'm going to say this now. I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again. Essential oils do not cure anything. Vitamins, minerals, water, being outside, all those things, they don't cure anything. But your body, with its innate intelligence, uses all of those things to repair itself. It's a self-healing process. I mean, think about this. If you broke your arm and you go to the hospital, did the hospital cure your arm? Did the cast cure your arm? How about even if they put screws in, did it cure your arm? No. All of those things, including the doctor, are a tool. They all put it together. They made it line up. They put the bones back. But it was the body's innate intelligence that once they were touching, wove the tissue, the bones, back together. It has to grow. That's why it takes the 6 weeks, because it takes that time for the bones to knit themselves back together. It's all tools. So the question I'm going to ask you is, what are the tools you have been using? Like, you know, we all fall off the wagon sometimes, but are you eating whole foods? Are you eating that rainbow that we always talk about, that variety of fruits and vegetables? Are you eating real foods? Are you eating processed foods? Are you running through the fast food more often than not? Are you cooking at home more often than not? So what is the quality of the tools that you have been giving your body? And then what is the source of aggravation? Do you know that stress uses up different nutrients in our body? Like we respond different. We use up all kinds of vitamin B's when we're stressed. We use all these different things when things are out of alignment. When you are under chronic stress and it keeps happening and happening and happening, your little adrenals go, this far and no further. And it will send a hormone messenger to your thyroid that says rest. I just want to sit at the house. I want to get curled up in a blankie and I want to do nothing. And it's a hormone, RT3, that says chill. I don't want to do anything, and it will slow down the metabolism, it will slow down your digestion, like all the things, because your body is made with this beautiful innate intelligence. So what are the tools and what's the environment and what can you do to change that? That's the coolest thing. Do you know that just 24 hours of choosing to go whole foods and eliminating the things that are breaking down your digestion? Soda, not good. Whole nother class, I'm not going to go into it. All of the chemicals, the processed foods, and all of the toxins that they have inside them, being around toxic people, all of those things affect your digestion. And you know I'm right. Like if you are getting ready to go to lunch or go to work or meet with some people that get on your left nerve, you'll get an upset stomach, your heart can be racing. Like we have physical demonstrations that the emotions affect us and our body responds thusly. So all of those things, they're a part of your whole digestion. They're part of the tools, and understanding that digestion, so you get it. This is what we're talking about today. Digestion literally begins in your mouth. It starts with your saliva. When you eat a piece of bread and you start chewing it, it will start to get liquidy and it will actually get sweeter. It's because we have an enzyme that's in our saliva that starts that digestion, and that enzyme is called amylase, and it starts breaking down the carbohydrates in smaller parts. And the reason enzymes do that is because when it all gets inside us, it's got to be able to have them in tiny pieces so we can absorb it. So it starts right here with our chewing. Taking the time, relaxing in a meal, chewing, letting that saliva start the process. Then we swallow, and there's this thing called peristalsis. And it's just this wave-like motion that happens down the whole tube. So it's just a tube, goes down our throat, stops in the stomach, and in the stomach the food gets mixed around. It's called chyme, and it gets mixed with the digestive juices that are supposed to be there, and then enzymes are added in, and it continues to break down and swish around all that. Then we have another little, so at the top of your stomach you have a little valve, a little sphincter valve that opens to let the food in, and it closes right away so nothing comes up. When you feel that burning sensation, you're like, oh, I got heartburn. That's because the acid came out of that valve and it squirted up a little bit, and you have that acid going. That's why when you vomit and it burns, that's because it's mixed with that hydrochloric acid that's supposed to stay in your stomach. It's designed to have all kinds of acid so it can break down the food. So that's what's happening. But at the bottom of your stomach, you have another sphincter valve, and it allows the chyme, all that liquid, all those enzymes, and all that food particle to go into the small intestines. Then that peristalsis, that wave-like motion, continues, and what's supposed to happen is that liquid, that chyme, goes into the small intestines, and your intestines are supposed to massage that food and slowly squish it through, kind of like when you're milking a cow. I know, like you guys milk cows. You don't know how to milk a cow, but you grab the top of the teat right here, and then your fingers come down and it pushes the milk out. Well, that's how that peristalsis is supposed to move. And inside your intestines, you have these tiny little hair-like things. They're called villi. And the villi, they're these little hairs, and their job is to squish into the food and suck it up like a straw. It pulls it up. Then we have these teeny tiny microvilli. So they're even smaller in between there. But for the body to absorb those nutrients, it needs the enzymes and it needs this movement. It has to happen. Otherwise, what happens is you get encrusted poop, fecal matter, stuff on the inside, and those hairs cannot get to the food, so we don't get the same absorption. So understanding the movement, how important, and then it goes through the small intestines, your liver, gallbladder, more enzymes are added to the process, It keeps moving. We keep breaking it down because what happens with all of those enzymes and all of that movement is we take things like protein. So you take, a grass-fed steak and it gets into you chew it up so it gets small. Enzymes are added. We swallow. Digestive juices move around. More enzymes are kicked in. It's moved until that big, beautiful piece of steak is broken down into teeny tiny amino acids. Their smallest part, it's sucked up, taken to the bloodstream, and then it's taken to where the body needs it. So that tool, when your body says, hey, I need an amino acid, it's able to suck it up, put it where it needs to go, and get this, it can store it for when we need it. So if you don't need it in that moment, our body with its innate intelligence can put it away when the system is working like it's supposed to. So everything we're talking about, then it's going to go small intestines, then it keeps sucking nutrients. By the time it gets to the large intestines, pretty much all your body is doing is taking all the excess liquid back out. Some of it's being recycled to be used back by the body. The rest of it's going out through the urine, and then everything left over, that's the big BM that we have at the end. It removes the liquid and it comes out. And a bowel movement should be fully formed. It should come out fairly quickly. It should stay formed until you flush, and then it should nicely fall apart. That's what a BM should look like. I know some of you guys are going, too much information, but it's coming out really quick and you've got loose stools, or you eat and you have to run to the bathroom right away. This isn't normal. This isn't how it's supposed to be. So all of the foods, the things we're talking about, is getting it where it's normal. If you have to sit in there and read a book, if people are constantly going, are you still in the bathroom? That's not how it's supposed to be either. We should have when we eat breakfast, we should have to have a bowel movement. Not instantly, but we should have to move. Food in, food out. Food in, food out. If you're going a couple of days between, you have that backup. I want you to think about if you took out, we'll go back to that grass-fed steak, and you took that out and you left it there for a day just sitting on the counter. Okay, what happens after 2 days? What happens after 3 days? Even bananas, what happens when they sit there? They begin to rot and the critters come, right? Where did those fruit flies keep coming from? Nobody knows, right? But they'll come, they'll find it. Those critters come. So we want to make sure that your digestive system is moving and healthy like it's supposed to. And we talk about stuff. Making sure you're hydrated is going to make a difference. Remember, all these fluids that's being added as you're eating and your digestive juices are flowing and all the things, we need to make sure we're hydrated for that. Actual physical movement, moving our body, helps our digestive system work better. It's just kind of a part of the process. So those are the things that you got to make your basis. And then I want to talk about the fact that according to, make sure I have the right agency, National Institute of Health, our microbiome and the diversity of our microbiome. So we have, depending on which study you look at, we have trillions of microorganisms that live on our skin, in our nasal cavity, in our sinuses, in your gut, and we're talking, according to some, it is 3 to 6 pounds of we're talking bacteria, fungi, viruses, that for the most part, we live in balance with. Like, we are in cahoots. It's all good. They turn switches on, they turn switches off, they clean things up. Like, it's a partnership. We live with them, they live with us, and it works really balanced. And according to the Institute of Health, the more diversity, which is types of bacteria, viruses, and fungi we have, and the larger quantity of said bacteria, the healthier we are. Now, I don't know about you, but I've heard so many people talking about cleansing and killing off this and killing off that and kill. I want you to know this is talking about balance. Giving back what we're supposed to have. So that rainbow of foods that we talk about all the time with all the different colors, the reason I really push the rainbow is because it's giving you so many different parts and pieces, vitamins, minerals, fibers, all different pieces, different types. So even if you usually eat Idaho potatoes, making a switch and eating some that you got from Indiana, or red potatoes or purple potatoes, even though they're potatoes, they have different parts and pieces. And our body needs all those parts and pieces. And variety, the variety is the spice of life, has never been more true than when you're talking about that variety for your microbiome. So doing things like kefir and kimchi and sauerkraut and yogurt and all of those. If you make kombucha, you're like, I love my kombucha. Then did you know that even trading with a friend, so you make kombucha in your house, you have all kinds of life, bacteria, funguses, virus that are in your environment, and then trading with your best friend at her home so that you guys each are getting each other's stuff, it gives you a wider variety of those viruses, bacteria, fungi, all the things we need. So making sure you're incorporating some of that. And if you know you're not the girl, you're like, I don't like any of the fermented stuff. Fermented stuff makes me nervous. I hear people say that all the time. It makes me nervous. You know, they've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years. Fermented food was like the only way. Smoked meats, it's the only way that you had those things available so that you had them year round. So it's nothing to be afraid of. And there's like the easiest thing to do is you can start with sauerkraut. All you're going to do is shred yourself up some cabbage. You're going to do water, salt. Like, go online, you can Google it. It takes you minutes to set it up, and it's a great way to start increasing that flora. But if you know these aren't things, like, you know your puzzle pieces, you're not going to do that, then you got to add in probiotics. A Young Living, we have Life 9 and we have Mighty Pro. The Life 9 is for our adults, and it is 7 different cultures, different types, with like 70 billion different life forms, I mean, that you're getting all together. These are ones that you can take every night before bed. Take it, go to sleep. It has time to grow and implant, so it gets in there. Then our Kids Mighty Pro tastes phenomenal. Your kids are going to like it. There's 8 different. Let's see if I got those numbers right. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. 10 and 1. Oh, y'all have gone through 2 pages already. So your Life 9 is 17 billion live cultures. So I was wrong on that number. Then our Kids Mighty Pro is 8 billion active cultures. So, and it tastes delicious. Like, it tastes kind of like a pixie stick. We've got the look berries, all kinds of good stuff in there. But it helps colonize their gastrointestinal tract. It helps with their immune system. It helps, let's see, what are we allowed to say? Helps with the bacteria in the gut itself. It helps with occasional, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so sorry. That is, I'm always telling people to turn their phones off, and I totally forgot to turn mine off. Helps with constipation, helps with diarrhea, gas, bloating. Like, the probiotics do so many good things just on their own. And if you're like, I don't like pills, our Life 9, you can literally open it up and put it in your yogurt. You can put it in whatever you're getting ready to eat. Just have it right before bed, or you can eat the kids one. You want yourself the pixie stick flavor? It's got 8 billion cultures in there. You go for it. The next one I want to talk about is our Digest and Cleanse. Digest and Cleanse is one that supports the whole tract, mouth to anus. This is our oil capsule. So this is, we used to have this for years. I think Gary, it's one of the first ones he developed in the very beginning, but we haven't had it for, I want to say, about 6 years. And part of what makes it so unique, so I'm going to tell you about the oils that are in there. And for years, we've been telling people just throw them in a capsule and do it. But the difference is the capsule. So the capsule that we have been waiting for doesn't open until it goes through that, through the mouth, through the esophagus, through your stomach, and into the small intestines. So you get so much more absorption. It is designed to make it through all of that to open in your small intestines. You're going to get such a kick from it. It supports, like, this is something that you could take half an hour before you eat, so that it helps if you tend to have issues when you eat. You get gassy, you feel bloated. People do things like, oh, what's the enzyme so you don't fart? I can't remember. It's drops that they do. So they do stuff like that. But this is what is already a part of our Digest and Cleanse. It's going to help with those processes. You've got peppermint essential oil in there, which we all know that's super good for the gut. I'm not going to go deep into that one. But it also has caraway essential oil. That one, so you know, is a natural appetite suppressant. So you can use that Digest and Cleanse half an hour before you eat, and it's going to help you to be able to eat a normal, healthy amount, which is always what we're looking for, right? It's super balancing. It helps in weight management for that reason. It helps with cellular function. It helps with the immune system itself. It's going to help decrease the digestive upset that can happen when you overeat. It has lemon essential oil. When you think lemon, you think happy, but I also want you to think sticky and icky. So lemon, If I had a sticker on my wall, I could use lemon and it would rub together and I could get any sticky, icky stuff off, right? So I want you to think when we're ingesting it, think like the master cleanse. People use the lemonade because it's so supportive of cleaning out the liver. Think cleansing, think just moving things through. That is your lemon. And then we have fennel. Y'all know I talk about fennel far too much. So you know fennel is great for the digestive itself. You can just do fennel tea and it's amazing. But it helps to balance normal digestive juices. So all that liquid that I was talking about, that whoosh, 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 we're supposed to have a certain amount of that hydrochloric acid to be able to break things down. It's supposed to be there. Fennel helps partner with that. It's powerful. It is actually included in so many different gut blends that Young Living has. So it's in things like our Digest, our Aroma Ease, our Dragon Time, Juvaflex, Mr. Sclerescence, Tummy Jize, Detoxime, Essentialzyme 4. We'll talk about the enzymes in a minute. It's just in lots of things. And then we have anise essential oil in there. And anise is not available as a single oil. You're going to get it in several of our different digestive blends for the same reason. Supports all of the digestive system. Helps to eliminate that excess gas that happens. Like if you eat beans and it's an issue, this one's going to help with that. It's very soothing if you ate too much. This is going to help. So how I said you can take it half an hour before. You can also, you went to Easter dinner and you had one too many eggs, you can throw some digest and cleanse down and just know that it's going to help support that so you feel a little bit better. It has ginger, which is another one that's great for weight management. It reduces the occasional bloating and gas that happens, gentle, soothing to the digestive system. So the entire thing is so good for everything. Again, mouth to anus, it's helping with that occasional indigestion that happens. That occasional stuff is something that you can use it for. You can take it before or you can take it after. You can also take it on an empty belly. There's no reason you couldn't, just letting you know what it is. So now I want to talk about our ICPs. So we have two different things called ICP. We have ICP, which is our original blend, and then we have ICP Daily. Now, I think it is 2 weeks from now, I'm doing a ICP versus ICP Daily in-depth class, but I'm going to give you an overview right here. So ICP, the original, is one that I want you to think of scours. It goes through and it scours your entire small intestines, your large intestines, and it helps to encourage that peristalsis we're supposed to have. It has things like bentonite clay in there. It has oh my gosh, so many things. It has psyllium husk in there. It has good fibers that are in there. So it's not fiber just for fiber's sake. It's food that you have in there. It's nutrients. So psyllium seed, oat bran powder, flax seed, fennel seed, rice bran, guar gum, yucca root, just so many parts and pieces. It has aloe vera juice in there. Back in the day, we used to tell people when they had digestive issues, drink some aloe vera juice because it's so soothing to the small intestines, very relaxing, and it's already in there. In addition to that, it has the oil of fennel, we just talked about, anise, just talked about, tarragon. Tarragon is amazing for the digestive system. It's a great one. Again, mouth to anus. Then you got your ginger. We talked about that big time yesterday. Ginger root essential oil. It's just a powerful for digestion and normal inflammatory response. Your lemongrass, same thing, normal inflammatory response. Rosemary. These are all in ICP, and it when you mix it up, you're going to add a scoop of it to water, mix it with your water, 6 to 8 ounces. It will get thicker because of the fibers that are in there, and those fibers continue to expand, and they work like a what would you compare it to? They just work to scrub everything out. They expand, they love, they tender. It's just a good one. It does have a taste of kind of like black licorice because the anise that is in there. So it's got that flavor. A lot of people that have texture issues are like, I can't do the fiber. But I'm telling you, this is a great ICP. Is one of those things I feel you should do once a year, twice a year, maybe every 6 months, and go through an entire bottle. A bottle's about a month's supply, maybe 26, 27 days, and give your body that good scrub out, you know, that spring clean. Great time to clean is spring. You could do that. It also has an enzyme blend. And the enzyme blend that is in there is lipase, which helps to break down all those fats, all the undigested fats, food that you eat that has fat. It has protease 4.5, protease 3.0, and protease 6.0. Those are all enzymes that break down proteins, those amino acids we just talked about. These help to break them down so that more absorption happens. So part of what ICP does is it helps my body to absorb more of the nutrients in the foods that I consume, because it helps to break them down. It also has phytase and it has peptidase. Now, those are enzymes that are going to help break down some of the cellulose, some of the carbohydrates that we're taking in. So it's got a really good panel. Now, our ICP, on the other hand, let me tell you this. First of all, it is a delicious, fruity taste. And I know some of you are like, well, that shouldn't matter. This is all about health. But if it does matter, if you get ICP and you're like, I don't like the flavor, I don't like the consistency, or you've got like kids with autism. Kids are very texturally, they have their opinions, right? ICP Daily tastes great. You can throw your Ninja Red in there and drink it up. It's one of the things I always show you guys my red drink. I always have my ICP Daily in there. I do it at least twice a day, morning and night. And this is gentle enough that you can do it every single day. It's supportive to my digestive system. It's giving love to my digestive system. It's got soluble and insoluble fiber in there. And it's just in such a good way. It also has prebiotics and probiotics. So a prebiotic is food that feed your good flora. It's going in there and it's feeding the flora. Our probiotic is the actual flora. So it's got so many different parts and pieces. Again, you can use this every single day. It is guar gum, tamarind, agave, so that part of the sweetener you have is the agave inulin. So it is not only a little bit sweet, but it's the fiber that's a prebiotic. So it's doing two different things. It has that tapioca flour that we talked about yesterday, and the importance of it being a prebiotic and an emulsifier. This is why when you mix out, like you can literally put this in water, mix with a spoon, and it's ready to go. It's not thick or chunky. It is very quick and handy. It has monk powder, which is another type of a sweetener. Stevia, another type. So it's got a sweeter flavor, so you will probably enjoy it. It's got passion fruit in there, so it's got a good flavor. It's got ginger powder. Remember all of the normal inflammatory, giving that gut the parts and pieces. Cactus powder, aloe again, and then it has the essential oils of fennel, anise, tarragon, ginger, lemongrass, and rosemary, which is the same oil blend that comes in the ICP. So it has the same oils, it has different fibers, and it's just done a different way, super gentle. I guarantee if you get it, your kids will like it, you will like it, and you will see a difference. This is one of those things that when 7 to 10 days, people are like, oh my gosh, Shannon, thank you so much, because they're seeing it, that prebiotics, the probiotics, the fiber. It's just a really well-rounded supplement. Again, I'll go deeper on the two, ICP versus ICP Daily. You're going to love it. Now, the next one is our Comfortone. Now, we actually have a trio called the Cleansing Trio, and it is original ICP and Comfortone and then Essential Zyme. So I'm going to talk about those really quick. Our Comfortone, it's capsules. You're going to take 2 of those a day. And this is, again, support from mouth to anus. So it has some love that it does to the stomach itself with our digestive juices. And it gives TLC hard to our small intestines and our large intestines. It goes in there and it helps to bring balance. It has Casa Sagrada, which helps with that, the normal movement, that peristalsis we're talking about. It's a part of what's in there. It has psyllium seed. It has bayberry, burdock, fennel seed, garlic. We've talked about the superfood of garlic and how good it is for our overall immune. And we talked about that microflora that we have. So there's bacteria, there's viruses, there's fungi. Garlic, part of what it does is help to keep those in check. So one isn't going crazy overboard. It just keeps that balance going on. It has echinacea, same reason. Bentonite clay, which is in the ICP. It just gives another step up on that bentonite. What's cool about bentonite is it grabs onto stuff that shouldn't be there. It kind of encapsulates it and it takes it out, so it moves out in the large in your bowel movement. It's powerful. Diatomaceous earth, again, we will so break down those when we go over the ICPs. Ginger root, German chamomile, apple pectin, licorice root, cayenne fruit. We're talking, these are all things that also increase your body's normal metabolic rate. They're food. They're food. It's cayenne pepper. It's food. You cook with it. It's food. Tarragon oil, ginger oil, tangerine. rosemary, anise, peppermint. This one has ocotea. It's the only one of this combination we're talking about that has the ocotea in there. So much. Google ocotea in your digestive system. Why would that be one that we have in there? German chamomile. So that is our Comfortone. And this, again, it even has ingredients that are beneficial for your liver, your gallbladder, the entire digestive system. It's going to give some TLC. Then we have our essential zyme. So we've got six enzymes. Six. The enzyme that comes in our cleansing trio is a bi-layer caplet, and it's designed to have part of it digest in the stomach and part of it digest in the small intestines. They break down separate because they do different things. So in there, in addition to the enzymes that are in our essential zyme, it has the oil of tarragon, peppermint, anise, fennel, clove, and this one really supports pancreatic function. So your pancreas is supposed to kick out some of these digestive juices we're talking about, and this helps support the body's ability to kick out those pancreatic enzymes. It helps to support the body in that. So it's a great one to add to your normal. It helps to digest carbohydrates, it helps digest proteins, and it has a little bit in there to help break down those fats. So it's a fantastic combination of enzymes that we have in there. There's actually 3 different basic types of enzymes. There's digestive enzymes, metabolic enzymes, and food enzymes. So a few, we already talked about. Protease breaks down proteins. Peptidase breaks down peptides into those smaller amino acids. Amylase, that's the one that also comes in our saliva. Our gut also has some. Breaks down starches and sugars. Then we have lactase. This is the one that splits the milk sugar, lactose, so that it goes into the 2 different pieces, glucose and galactose. So they break down. So for those of you that have a little bit of problem with dairy, it's the lactose that you have problems with. The lactase helps to break that down into smaller pieces. Then we have invertase, which is carbohydrates. Like, they love the carbohydrates. They break down your rices, your beans, that type of thing. They start well. Cellulase, this is the one that helps break down plant walls. So if you have a bowel movement after you had a salad and there's still lettuce floating in there, it's the lack of cellulase. Same thing, and anything you think of. If you see a hole in there, it was the fiber is really tight in plants, and this helps to break that down. Then you have phytase, that's the one that helps break down grains. So things like your grains. What's a grain? Yeah, wheat. It helps to break down wheat. It helps to break down rices, all of those different things. Trypsin, it's a type of protease that also helps to break down the amino acids. And we have essential zyme 4. We have allerzyme, and we have detoxzyme. We have our kids enzyme. Like, we have a whole round of them. And I'm going to, so we've got week 1, we're going to do in May, we're going to do ICP versus ICP daily. Week 2, we're going to have the enzyme battles, that I'm going to list each enzyme, what it does, what it's good for, why you need it, so you know we have such a wide variety, because each of us eat a different lifestyle. So like, if you are a vegetarian and you eat lots of grains and lots of beans and lots of that plant matter, allerzyme is going to be a great one to help you break that down. If you know that your liver needs a little TLC, our detoxzyme is going to be one you're going to go for. If you need a broad range enzyme, essential zyme 4, that's the one that's going, or your keto, really low carb, essential zyme 4 is great, because one of the pills in that is really full of lipase, and lipase helps digest the fats, break them into all these fatty acids so that our body can absorb them. So if you're doing more avocado and you're eating more fat and your poop is floating, or there's a gassy, oily sheen in your stool, it could be because you're not breaking down the fats and getting them in you. So instead, your body is constantly washing them back out. So doing something like essential zyme 4, I love that one, because it also has the enzymes to break down all those carbs, and it has the enzymes to break down the proteins you're doing. So each one works different. Our bicaplet essential zyme, the harder one that comes in the kit, that comes in the cleansing trio, that one is all about the pancreatic juices. So giving the pancreatic enzymes back to the body. So they each do different things. Then we also have our kids enzyme, and it's powder. It is delicious. They're going to like it. You should be, we're talking from age 2 on up, they could be using this. And this one has alfalfa leaf powder, amylase, protease, bromelain, lipase, carrot root powder, peptidase, phytase, and then it's got some peppermint essential oil in there. So they're getting that broad range enzyme that is going to help them from eating their crackers or eating their apple or eating their whatever that they're eating. It's going to help them break it down and get parts and pieces in there. I'm also going to give a quick shout out. I'm already over my 30 minutes, y'all. I'm going to give you a quick shout out on 2 things. One is Digest, which is an essential oil blend that you can rub over your belly, or you can do our Digest Vitality and take it right underneath the tongue. And we also have Tummy Jize. Tummy Jize is amazing. That's the one that we have for our kids. Same thing. You can rub it on their little belly. You can rub it on their little feet. It's already pre-diluted, so you don't have to worry about it getting too warm for them. I'm going to do one more out here, and that is Inner Defense. We'll talk about Inner Defense in another class, but this is one that you can take that, again, it just helps keep all those things in balance. All that microflora that we got going on, it's going to keep them in balance for you. So I am going to be back. Let's see, I went to, what are we at? 33 minutes. I am working on the 30-minute thing, I promise. So I will look at your questions, answer any questions, and go over anything. Just I'll look for like the next 2 days. Make sure you share this with your friends. If you found this video on your own and a friend sent it to you, or they sent you a link, and get back with the friend that you talked to. They're going to help you find all the products that you need. If you found us on your own, give me a message, shoot me whatever you need to, let me know, and I will be there to help you. All right, guys, we will see you. Hey, remember, Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll be giving over all the brand partner information. If you want more information, we're going to be talking about deep links, how you share all the different things. So we'll talk to you then. God bless. See you later.